Hello everyone, my name is John. I'm with Section 8 is Great, and we're coming with another Section 8 is Great video. I'm trying to do a little bit more videos now just to try to get it. So every time I think about something, I just want to get the message out there. And my views are just starting to, not my views, but the way I'm talking to you guys is always about Section 8, but it's always about wealth building. Before we start about the wealth building and what I want to talk to you is, I want to thank everyone. I see a lot of more people going to my website, www.section8isgreat.com, and purchasing the book, and I appreciate everything. And go get the book from me. You can also get it at Amazon on Kindle, or you get it on Amazon. But I appreciate you go to my website. I get a little bit more of the money, and it helps helps me keep on producing these videos. The topic of today's story is 50 things. Now, when I'm talking about 50 things that you need to touch, 50 things to be successful at something. And I was just thinking about, like, my son is driving now, and they want him to have 50 hours of practice before he gets to take his license. And I remember you really need to touch things about 50 times. So if you're going to go ahead and try to be a Section 8 investor, you need to do 50 things before you feel that you're ready to go or feel competent or sure you know what you're going to do. These 50 things could be reading a book. It could be calling your local real estate agent. It could be going out looking at houses, actually going inside of a Section 8 house. You need to do about 50 things. Now, by you doing about 50 things or touching it 50 times, then you have enough courage to go ahead and make the move. I know it's possible. I know, like, I was, like, if you ever wanted, like, a guy or girl talking to somebody. I know guys young have problems talking to girls, but if they really wanted to know about how to talk to girls before they feel comfortable, they might have wanted to talk to a girl about 50 times or make 50 contacts with somebody before they feel comfortable and it becomes second nature. That's what it is for Section 8. I want to tell you something. I went about it backwards when I first started. When I wanted to learn about real estate, since I never grew up in a house and never lived in a house, I thought that it was impossible for me to get a house or to obtain anything. So you know what I did? While I was in college, I went on and took community college classes on real estate that didn't have anything to do with the college or university I went to. I went to a community college, and I learned, I said, man, I don't know how to buy a house. I know I want to live in a house. So how do I go about living in a house? So I took these courses in real estate economics or real estate, just trying to get a real estate sales license, and then eventually a broker's license. But I did all that in California. I just wanted to make sure that I knew how to buy my own house. Now, after I got all this knowledge, it really didn't help because I went on and got an agent to buy my first condo that I talk about, things that I purchased. But I didn't care how many mistakes I made or if I was going down the wrong path. I just know that I had to keep on going. And that's what you have to do as a real estate investor. And if you want to get in Section 8 and get this wealth, you have to start making contacts. My book lines out everything that you need to do, what kind of agent you need to talk to, everything. You need to be putting yourself in these positions. And I guarantee by the time you start building up contacts or start doing anything, start reading my book, start doing everything about real estate. By the time you do about 50 things regarding to real estate or Section 8 properties, you will be ready to invest. And it doesn't take that long. If you do 5 things a day, if you read a chapter a day, you call a real estate agent, you look on realtor.com, or you follow my instructions in the book on how to gain Section 8 wealth step by step. By the time you get through the book, you'll have more courage than anybody and you'll be ready to pull the trigger. That's what's holding us a lot back. We're just not confident enough. And we start thinking of this negative attitude that we're going to lose. But I'm just seeing more Section 8 properties out there, and I see that they're ready to pick up. So what I'm trying to say, let's try to adopt that 50, to touch things 50 times or to try things 50 times to get our mind used to it so we can pull the trigger. It's really that. Let's become a professional. Let's go ahead and get our courage up, and then you'll be successful. That's what I want you to do. So if you get my book and you read everything, that's going to give you all the 50 things that you need to do to be looking into to go ahead and do it, to pull the trigger. Now, I know that a lot of people are scared to pull the trigger because they have confidence issues. But my book is different because guess what? If you have confidence issues or you don't have confidence, I'm going to make sure that you have the capability, the courage, and the commitment. That's what my book gives you. If you have the capability, the courage, and the commitment then you will have enough confidence to go ahead and start purchasing real estate. So let's start out. The book right here will give you, guess what? It will give you the capability. After you start reading it, you'll start getting courage. After you start getting courage, all it takes is that last step of commitment. You will go ahead and start getting into the Section 8 game. The Section 8 game feels good. It just passed the first. Some big checks just got deposited into my account by the government. I want you to participate that and be a part of that. My name is John Russell, and I want you to try 50 things to go ahead and start gaining Section 8 wealth. Thanks for all the comments people have been giving me lately. I really appreciate it. Thanks for all the book orders. It really makes me feel a lot of gratitude thinking about that. I started this journey just to help others and how I've been able to be helpful. Tell me more stories. Tell me about your 50 things. Let me know one thing you're about to start. Like this video, subscribe, and let other people know. Thanks again. My name is John Russell with Section 8 is Great. Bye-bye.